I'm back with more. Okay, let's. I'm gonna split this into groups. I said I would give you guys some old sketchbook tours, some more, from my NuzRea era, let's call it that. So these are the actual sketchbooks that I have from that time. This would be my high school and a little bit of college. The game came out 2013. So these sketchbooks span from like 2013 to 2017. And then these are all my spiral notebooks that either I explicitly was like keeping track of the story in them and taking notes, or like they're just school notebooks that I was drawing in because I couldn't help myself. Well, let me count them out. 20, we've got 20 things here, approximately. So these are a bit harder for me to figure out exactly what order they go in because they're a lot more condensed than the last sketchbooks that I showed off. This isn't even all my childhood sketchbooks. I've got more of them. I've got a whole box of them. For the uninitiated, I have dabbled in making comics. I've never finished a comic, unfortunately, but I had 2 Nuzlocke comics back in the day. I had NuzRea, which was Pokemon X, and I had Nuzlocke, which was Pokemon Platinum. And these are the sketchbooks that I kept during that time. Not all of these are like dedicated to working on those comics. They're truly mostly like just me playing with my favorite characters like dolls. So it's mostly like Ben, Felicity, definitely Lily. And a lot of that's before Nuzlocke even existed, so that was just the characters existing for fun. That was just me playing with my dolls. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get into it.
Today's video is sponsored by Artwad. For the early birds, go ahead and check the link in my description for 30% off their premium yearly plans. And for those unaware, Artwad is an online learning platform designed to help you grow as an artist. Whether you're just learning to draw or a professional in the field, if you need some direction, Artwad's structured learning paths lay the foundations to keep pushing you forward. Because Artwad firmly believes that talent is not necessary and provides you the tools with step-by-step learning to guide you through the basics, all the way up to more advanced techniques like drawing fabric and realistic portrait drawing. And all of this progress can be tracked through Artwad's smart gamification, where each lesson completed will earn you EXP. Seeing your level rising as an artist can be so motivating. It feels a lot more fun when you can imagine the things you've wanted to draw as mini bosses, and everyone loves a good boss fight. If you use my link in the description, you can get 30% off their yearly premium plan and get a jump on your art journey today. Thank you so much to Artwad for sponsoring, and now, back to the video.
Trying to figure out the best way to go about this order, because I certainly have a lot of sketches in those spiral sketchbooks, but also there's just like a lot of like Spanish notes. Let's just start with the actual sketchbooks. Here we have this one, kind of tiger looking, kind of sick. See, immediately Spanish. Blech. I don't remember nothing about Spanish. There's a lot of Pokemon art in here in general that's not even related to the Nuzlockes. At the same time of working on those comics, I really wanted to make an animated version of Explorers of Time. So I drew those characters a bunch in here. My character, like I played as a Skitty and named her Ren, and then my partner was a Charmander. His name was Daryl. Ooh, Powerpuff Girls Z. This was the first anime that I watched as a teenager, intending to like get into anime and not just like watching what was on the TV. Regular Powerpuff Girls. Oh, more Powerpuff. I don't remember being that into it. I enjoyed the anime for it. They really made them into magical girls, and you guys know me. Oh, cat. That looks like my design for Sandstorm, actually. More Danganronpa, another game that I still have not played. Laura, there we go. Okay. Oh, this is really early Laura. In my Nuzlocke comics, I wanted all of my characters to have like a special accessory to make them like personalized. So it's not like, that's not just any Litleo, that one's Laura. She ended up with like little bracers and a necklace, but it looks like I was playing with a tiara here. I'm stun locked. I don't know who this is. I don't know what this is for. This is an interesting Diggersby, though. That's kind of crazy. Oh, Fleur! Yippee! That is my baby. Oh, I loved her so much. Aaron. Ooh, this was the Lucario that Karina gives you partway through the game. I did put him on my team eventually, and he was in like my my final Elite Four champion winning team, but I don't think I ever really got like super attached to him. Oh, Junko was so special to me. I got her in the, is it Glittering Caves? Is that what they're called? That area where you get your fossils for the first time. She was my special little baby. I named her Junko after Danganronpa Junko, because Mega Mawile had like big fluffy twin tails, and I was like, oh, like that anime character from that game that I didn't play. Oh, and there was Sylveon. I had a Sylveon named Madoka. Ooh, a death scene. I don't think NuzRea ever actually got to any of the deaths. And if anybody doesn't know, the whole point of a Nuzlocke is that if your Pokemon faints ever, it's considered dead and you can never use it again. So like the big thing with Nuzlocke comics was you're seeing who survives to the end. And I had Carter was on my team, and then I just inserted a person that I knew in real life into the comic, and she had like his twin sister, and I had it so that like if something happened to one of them, it happened to the other. When their love interest died, the other one had to die. When Carter died in the comic, I had to kill his sister too. I think I lost him to, what's that fucker's name? ᴬᵒᵒ and his fucking Malamar. That's what it was. Oh my god. Oh! Okay, this is straight up chapter 1. Aw. This comic went through like so many different formats. When I first started making it, I was doing it in Flash, and it was kind of like an interactive storybook. All of the panels were like just full screen. They were all the exact same ratio width. I don't know what we want to go with there. There was just text at the bottom of the screen, and you'd like click next page, and like little sound effects would play and everything. I really liked doing that. That is not dissimilar to what I'm planning with Prism right now, actually. But it existed like that for a little bit until I started making actual comic pages, because the coding was kind of hard to keep up with. And then even then I was going like back and forth between like really long webtoon style ones or like actual like page size length ones. Nothing was ever consistent. But these look like the sketches for that very first chapter. Oh, I don't like you. This has something to do with Rent the Musical. I just know it. I just don't remember who they are. Oh, Laura again. Oh, we're starting to get her bracers. There's a human version of my Mawile. We got Shauna's team. More of that chapter 1. Over time, I've gotten more and more endeared to Shauna. Is now a good time to say that I have extremely complicated feelings about Pokemon Legends ZA. I enjoyed getting to play it. I did like the characters that we got, but I just kind of, I wanted it to be more like Legends Arceus, where you saw like references to every character from the original game. Why wasn't Sycamore there? Don't piss me off. Why wasn't Sycamore there? Maybe that's Bridget. Dead Baneri. Man, for a comic where like... No, actually, did it die? No, it's not dead yet. Just kidding. I was about to be like, we're being like really casual with like ending lives here. I see. We were not. And here's where we caught Laura. So I'm just like rushing through it because these pages exist online. Well, yeah, they're still online. I think I've made the episodes because I tried to do a comic dub for it too. We got like 4 episodes in maybe. I was proud of them, but it is really hard for me to look back on NuzRea and not like cringe out of my fucking skull, because I really hate that I made it a self-insert thing. I didn't even realize. I think most Nuzlocke comics, people made OCs for it. I didn't realize that, because the one that really got me into it was Nuzlocke, which I just took the exact same name format. That was Dragon Wolf Rook's comic, and she was self-inserting in that, so I was like, oh, I want to do that. And then I realized like everyone else was just playing dolls, and I threw myself in with the dolls, and it felt weird. And that's one sketchbook. Yippee! First one down. Ooh, and then we got a bunch of these little things. They are the exact same kind. I filled so many of these in high school. Oh, this is, was it called Mad Doctor? I think. It was like those RPG horror games. This is my friend Kitten. If you're watching this, hope you're doing well. I don't think this was just like a drawing of an idea for a later panel, which I did definitely get to. This is exactly how that scene played out. Oh, there he is, that's my son. Oh my god, I used to draw Froakie kind of crazy. His head is so fucking big here. I thought I, like, cooked the house down with his human design. I loved him so much. I still love him very much, but of course I've redesigned him a bit since then. Oh my god, Homestuck. Yeah! Ooh, I see it. Any OGs out there remember ᴠᴦᵃ Avenue? It was back when making, like, fake anime was pretty big on YouTube. A lot of people just doing it by themselves. This was Ali Katnia's project. I got super into it because they invited me to, at some point they were gonna do like a final episode because they didn't end up finishing it. We didn't finish that final episode either, but they invited me to help them work on it. So spoilers for what was gonna happen in ᴠᴦᵃ Avenue, I suppose. That's probably a pretty heavy hit to maybe 2 of you watching right now. By 2 people. I'm shaking your hand through the screen. This is not Nuzlocke related. I think this was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. Oh, these were Walking Dead OCs. Back when the show was on like season 2. Another Ben, and the फ़्रोक्लन. His name was फ़्रोक्लन in the comic. It was Benjamin फ़्रोक्लन. And then you'll see it in the sketchbooks. I played a lot. I liked drawing his human design and like AUs where he didn't have anything to do with Pokemon, so I just called him Ben. But this was फ़्रोक्लन. Every now and then I get people telling me that, oh, Jesus Christ. Not even half of it is full. My God. Every now and then I get people telling me that they forgot that the Pokemon's name is Froakie and they think it's still फ़्रोक्लन because it's close enough. And I think that's hilarious. That is more Homestuck. That looks like Rose and Jade and Roxy and Jane. Ah, yeah. Ooh, Sylveon. I don't know if that's Madoka specifically. It kind of just looks like a Sylveon. I wonder if this is when the design was like released. Sylveon with a hat? Ah, Sylveon with Madoka, the actual Madoka. There's a cute little floppy ear Eevee. Oh, speaking of Nuzlocke, this has to be like an animatic idea. I was so into Nuzlocke. I actually got to help with that a little bit too. Towards the end, I got to help working on some backgrounds for that. And that was really cool for me. Yeah, this is all Nuzlocke. Oh my goodness. This is definitely Madoka. She's got her little collar and her little heart cheek. Ooh, okay, Felicity. Very first Felicity that we're seeing, and it's Hercules AU. Here she is as Megara. It's gonna be so many AUs, guys. I took the same characters, the same 4 characters, and I just threw them in every different universe I could find. Oh, it's Rin and Daryl, but as humans. My mystery dungeon characters. This was me and a friend. A Glameow. Aw, human Fleur, human Laura. You can tell because of the eyelashes. My goodness, my baby. Oh my goodness. Okay, just magical girl pages. So we've got Duck over here. Not looking very much like Duck. Where did your hair go, honey pie? Drawing of Usagi. We've got Mommy. Oh, my son. That is my son. He was so mean. He was so mean. I actually had to rewrite the comics at a certain point because I was realizing like the trajectory that he was going down. Like he was too fucking mean and unforgivable. He's not really even mean anymore now. The rendition of him in Prism, he's just autistic and kind of quiet. Is that it? Baby June, finish your fucking books. One of these days, once I run out of current sketchbooks, I think I need to just start going back and filling out the rest of the pages in these sketchbooks that I abandoned. I couldn't even tell you at what point, like what made me think I needed to pick a new book up. Because it happens so consistently. This was, I inserted one of my high school friends as like a side character into the comic, and this was her team. I had her as like a contest coordinator. I inserted like 3 different contests that were like super plot relevant into the story. It was gonna be a whole ordeal. This is Zero Escape. Oh my goodness, this is my boy Junpei from... This was his design in the first game, and then this is Luna from the second. I love Zero Escape. Some Junpei and Akane. Oh my god. Oh, Book of Life. Book of Life Mermaid AU. Okay, that's cool. Book of Life was my favorite movie in high school. I loved that one. More Book of Life AU, but this is Felicity as... Is her name Maria? I'm a bad fan. How am I forgetting? And I think this is Callie as La Muerte. This was a pirate OC that I had. Actually, I made her for the first time I did and completed the Pencil Cat 30-day challenge. This was the random character generator. I got a pirate named Anya de Belleville. Well, this isn't what she looked like. This looks like I was drawing her as a kid for some reason. Well, I'm sure we'll find her actual design a little bit later. Chibiusa, my baby. Ooh, more Anya. So this looks like her grown up. This is her in PJs. And then I gave her like a siren friend that could shapeshift and everything. I think her name was ᴠᴦᵃ, and I think I called her like, she had to have had like a shortened name, because ᴠᴦᵃ is kind of a mouthful. Ooh, this is Zero Escape again. This is the second game. More of my mystery dungeon characters. Luna, Princess Luna. Pearl Steven Universe. I do not know who this is. That's just me. That's me. That's how I drew myself. That's probably me and my friend. This is Lily as a raptor, because she really liked dinosaurs. I just made her like a furry raptor. I think that was like her persona in universe that she designed it for herself. Aw, Fluttershy. Okay. Sunset Shimmer. I remember this page actually. I loved Sunset Shimmer very much. There was like a night with a friend that we stayed up the entire night and watched every single Equestria Girls movie, and I did not realize how fucking many there were. Oh my god. Sunset stops being a character after the second movie, unfortunately, and I felt very like righteous about it. I was like, no, justice for my girl. But I remember drawing this because for anyone who remembers that one story that I told before about that guy in class who like leaned in to whisper in my ear, I like the way you draw. I was drawing this in the class that I shared with him, and I knew that he was watching me while I was drawing it, which was pissing me off anyway, but then I accidentally made her eyes too far apart, and it was in pen, so I couldn't fucking fix it, and I was like, fuck, damn it, and he saw that, and he commented on it too. He was like, wow, she looks like an alien. I'm like, thanks, asshole. Fuck you. Oh, it's Ichigo. Lapis Lazuli. More Pearl. I just always love drawing characters doing ballet. Oh, Peridot. This would have been before she lost her limb enhancers. This was a hot minute ago. She was my favorite character back then.
Wow, thanks!
I thought she was hilarious. Favorite character now is Spinel. That is my baby. OC shenanigans. Ooh, this was my Gemsona. And then this was my fusion my Gemsona fused with my friend's Gemsona. Why am I getting tongue-tied over that? Garnet. Got lots of Peridot. I feel like that's just not what she would look like with their hair all straightened and down. Man, I don't know what was up with the way that I was drawing like curly hair. It was kind of all over the place. Oh my god. Hi, Ben. Okay. Put that away. Oh, see, here's an AU. This looks like Angel and Demon AU. More Pearl. She does not have all that. Chill. Another Mermaid AU. Kiki's Delivery Service AU. Ooh. Oh, I remember drawing this too. This is, I think her name's Abby Abominable. She's a Monster High character. She had a really like distinct face sculpt, and I was trying so hard to get it right. I was so proud of this one. Cookie Cat. He left his family behind. I inked it. That's uncommon. Ooh, I think her name is Spectra Vondergeist, another Monster High character. Whoa. Okay, Cleo with assets. Oh my goodness. Oh, I filled the whole thing. That's crazy. How unexpected of me. All right, that is 4 sketchbooks down. This one is 5. This looks like what I ended up turning into a really big print. Like I did a speed paint of like all of the characters in the show at the time. It was very long, and that was actually like, it did really well. I remember putting that on Redbubble, and that made me like a decent amount of cash. This is Zero Escape again. This looks like Howl's Moving Castle AU. Yes sir. This is Lily as Sophie Hatter, because this is Markle. And that's just Brooklyn and Callie. Oh, we have some of my Mystery Dungeon stuff. I added in a Curlia to be on Sunflora's team, because I didn't want to pair up with Bidoof, I guess. Daryl, my little Charmander guy. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. This looks like it was going to be Rin and Daryl. Oh, it's sad. Oh, it got sad. So, Fleur and Carter from my Nuzlocke, I had them as love interests that they just kind of like hit it off instantly, and we're in love and we're very happy. Fleur ended up dying at the 3rd gym. She was my second death. My first death was the first gym. Not the first gym, sorry. The second gym, the rock type one where you're scaling that like rock wall I lost Hibiscus, my Ivysaur, to a Lunatone because I forgot in my infinite wisdom that Psychic is super effective against poison. But I lost Fleur to the Karina gym battle. It was to that fucking Hawlucha. So Carter was sad about it. And now he wears her button, her little treasures. Ooh, okay, we just like straight up have the final team in the deaths here. Okay, so there's Junko, this Froaklyn, Madoka, probably Aaron and Laura. So Lucario, Sylveon, Pyroar, Greninja, Mawile. We'll get to her. And then the characters that died, we had Fleur, we had Carter. I lost him to that Malamar, Hibiscus, and this guy was Crowley. I feel like I hear that name pronounced 2 different ways all the time, but he was just a Zubat that I caught. I took him out of the PC once or twice over the course of my gameplay, and I lost him in one of those sky battles when I was on my way from Lumiose to Geosenge, I think it was called, to stop Lysander from waking up Xerneas and setting off the ultimate machine or whatever it was called. For the majority of my playthrough, I didn't have any flying types on my team, so I couldn't do the sky battles because you can only do that with Pokemon that aren't touching the ground. And I found one on my way over, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I might as well get some last minute experience in. Not at all considering that it was going to be an entire team up against my one Crobat, so that was a very sad and very preventable death. Oh, we got another duck. Hee hee. I love Princess Tutu. No, you can't be over. Oh my god. Halfway. Sketchbook 6. This is Felicity as some sort of princess, Princess AU. This outfit reminds me of Odette, which makes me want to believe it's the Swan Princess, but I don't know where the blood is from. Don't know who either of those are. We got Fleur. We got some Fleur, my baby girl Fleur. Oh, we got Callie and a Magical Girl AU. This outfit looks very much so like the Powerpuff Girls Z one. Why are you who the fuck are you? Who are you? I remember this guy. There was editor, go ahead and blur out that name, but there was a YouTuber I worked with in my youth who I made a bunch of assets for his channel and like stuff that he could supposedly turn into merchandise, and I didn't see a dime for it. So that ended not great. This is Felicity Magical Girl AU. She got a fun sword. Ooh, okay. One dynamic little posing there. Bro. Here's my son. I loved putting Ben in really cool jackets. I don't know what this jacket is. I just know that I saw that picture like all the time on Tumblr. I'm like, put Ben in that now. Magical Girl AU. Oh, okay. It's kind of a fun pose, but also, is this supposed to be a magical boy outfit? It's sauceless. Give him some details. He looks like he's from Hamilton. Little colonial man. Ooh. Oh, this is Scourge then. That would be Scourge. That would be Socks and Ruby and his little mama. Warrior cats. I was planning some sort of animation. Actually, I think I might know what that is. I think that was Nonsense Speakers. I thought Nonsense Speakers fit Scourge very well. We've got some fun, everyone in fun dresses. Lissy, Junko. Yes. I guess I liked this dress. I just loved Lissy. Oh, I thought she was so pretty. Obsessed with this just like picking a part of the page, drawing one thing, and moving the fuck on. Ew, Harry Potter AU. That's the only. I don't know what it was with me. It was like, he's a lone wolf, so I give him wolf imagery all the time. He's a fucking frog. Nut up. Give him a frog. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre looking back on now. Froaklyn and Callie were like, they were my OTP, as it were, growing up. But it's just weird thinking about any era where Ben could have been attracted to women. He's just not that kind of guy. Vampire AU. Not gay. You're dating me. You got me there. Pretty sure this was a Vine, but also, you lie. You're a liar. You're a freaking liar. At least back then he was like, I think he was supposed to be bisexual, but that is not correct. Some sort of that elf Klain fanfic applied to Kaylin and Lissy was engaged to. At what point was I reading Klain fanfics? Bitch, Glee? Glee fanfics? I have no memory of this. I think this is Enchanted AU. So this This was Giselle in the human world, but I think this is supposed to be Callie. I just kind of gave everyone the exact same curl type if they had wavy hair or just curly hair. Ooh, we've got the NuzRea starters over here, first form, and then this would have been final forms, presumably. Oh, I totally forgot to come back to this character. So, I played Pokemon X at least like 5 times through the whole way, and like took notes every single time to make sure that I had like all the information I needed to make my comic. So like the first time I did it, it was my blind Nuzlocke run, and then all of my other runs, I played like basically just trying to follow the exact steps that I used and like writing down every move that was used in gym battles and stuff. And in that first playthrough, I believe I caught a Petilil? Is that how we're Petilil? I caught a Petilil after the 8th gym, I believe, the icy one. And looks like her name was Tiana. And she was Junko's little girlfriend, my Mawile. But I don't, at some point, and I don't know exactly when, I decided that I just wasn't attached to her. And I made an executive decision on one of my runs. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna retry. And I did like a brief Wonderlock. Because that was the game where they introduced Wonder Trading. So I was like, I'm just gonna trade away one Pokemon, and whatever I end up with, I'll keep it. And I got a Ralts. And that's what whenever I think about NuzRea now, I always think of that Gardevoir being on my final team. But I don't actually know if we're gonna see her in these sketches. Oh, that's Pyroar Laura. I don't know why it took me so long to process that. She's got such a little baby face. Angel Ben, or at least Winged Ben. I guess things with wings aren't necessarily angels. I'm a cake. I think this was literally a cake AU. I think this is Felicity. She was a tiramisu, and then she turned into a girl. Why not? Got some like Kaylin, but as children, I guess. Oh, and here's a zombie AU. I was obsessed with the idea of like, what if one of the people in the ship was a zombie? But you could cure them, so you just had to like tie them up in a room for a few days until they calmed down. So I think that's what this is. Oh, we got Callie. I think this was from her reference sheet. These might have all been from the reference sheets. Little human Laura. This was like trainer and starter swap. I drew myself as a Vulpix. No, I would have been a Skitty. Wrong. Incorrect, Baby June. I think this is definitely supposed to be like GinjaNinjaOwO, because he's got his little scarf, and he's got extra little hair tendril thingies to look a bit more like Greninja. And that's that. Sketchbook 7. Here we go. This one looks pretty beat up, actually. A little worse for wear. Ooh, okay. I remember even when I drew this, I did not have any explanation for why I drew it. I did that. I was just like showing off her body type. I'm like, well, panties, I guess. What else do you draw in high school? Oh, Junko. We've got Junko. I remember with each Megastone, I tried to give them some sort of like ornamental casing, and I wanted the Mawile to look like a grief seed, because Junko was my tragic little baby. Oh, look at her. See the Mega Mawile with the twin tails, but they look like Junko from Danganronpa. Here's Aaron. I wanted to like him a lot. I don't even really know why I committed to keeping him on the team. I think I felt obligated to, because Karina was so nice to give him to you. But I just never bonded with him. Oh, we've got your little companions. Carter and Clara. Did they have a ship name? I kind of... The first thing that popped into my head was Flirter, but that sounds silly. I guess we're going with that little Flirter moment. And we've got some Callie. She did eventually evolve. It was like a big thing I was planning in the comic, is that they were the same age the whole time, but they didn't act like it. And at one point, Froglin was like super rude to her about it. He was just like straight up calling her a child. And she's like, you can't do that. I am not a child, and you will treat me like an adult. And he says, but you act like a child. So she went and evolved twice in one fell swoop out of spite. Got some Junko and Fleur. Ooh, oh my god, okay. I even write it right there. Whip design. This is not what Laura looks like. Everyone else looks pretty close to what they ended up as, but oh my goodness. Ponytail Laura. Okay. Interesting shoe choice. There's that Tiana Lilligant. See, I had a Sylveon named Madoka, and one of the real life people that I added to the comic, they had a Sylveon named QB, and we shipped them. Kind of an insane concept, but Sharpay! Ooh, okay. This I love her. She is so spiky here. This like looks like a Sharpay alternate to me. That's not her. She's not long enough. Oh my god, I love Sharpay. I don't think I used her a single time when I was actually playing the game, which is why I ended up boxing her eventually. But I loved drawing her. We've got Ben. Oh, that definitely was his reference image. I just went and digitized it. Same for this. This was a reference image. Carter. Flirter moment. Flirty flirter. Ooh, Junko, I remember, was like Froakland's first real friend that he made. He just respected her enough to be like chill, and I think Callie was like real upset about it. But they were literally like lesbian and gay man best friends, kind of connected. So that's my NuzRea design. These were just like how I drew myself in general, though. Don't know why I was sad here. Sad hibiscus death. Some outfit exploration. This must have been for... Oh, I'm forgetting what the city was called. The snowy one. That one snow area. Obligatory snow area. Oh, little Laura. I don't remember this crown. I feel like I gave it to her in her pyro design. But that's cute. Man, yeah, I was struggling with drawing Greninja. This is kind of crazy. He just looks like a guy. Why does he have hip dips? Well, this was like... This character, his name was Vincent. He was gonna be in both NuzRea and Nuzlocke for whatever fucking reason. If you read Nuzlocke, Vincent was the human guy. We just also had him as a Pokemon in this one, but he was like a big flirt, and Carter did not like him because he would dance with Clara because they were close to the same size, which is probably why I gave him like paws and big old legs instead of just butterfly appendages. And some Aaron. I do not recognize this team. A flustered Ben. A lone finished flustered Ben. I haven't drawn in this journal in a couple of months and I managed to improve. Hashtag hella. Cool. Okay. Prove it. Where is it? You can't be doing this again. Are you serious? Where's the improvement? Show me. Oh my god. This is a big sketchbook, and we didn't even get close to halfway into this. What the fuck? All right. Is this 7 then? I believe. Let's go. Ooh, what's this? Well, that's an empty card. This feels like an acrylic painting. Is also an empty card. This was probably junior or senior year when I was getting ready to make like my college applications. I had to make portfolio pieces. Oh boy, Ryan. So okay, the whole, I added Ryan in. He was one of the characters that I added him in, but he was the only one that wasn't a real person. I just made him up. The backstory to that, the reason why I did that was because right before X and Y came out, it got like data mined or leaked or something. I don't know, but people saw the fireworks scene with Shauna and incorrectly assumed that Shauna was going to be a love interest. So they're like, oh, you get a love interest in this game. So I was like, oh, and I jumped to design a hypothetical boyfriend for me. And I think it's very funny. I've noticed this pattern in the past few sketchbooks, or at least like the ones that I was looking over in the last old sketchbook tours video. Whenever I had to make a love interest, it was kind of just a generic guy. We call that compet. It's really unfortunate that Shauna wasn't a love interest, and really unfortunate that I did not just marry Shauna myself. Frankly, she would have been the better love interest for me. Got some Junko. She was so in love with Fleur, and she was very jealous of Carter, so then she had to get her own girlfriend in the end. I think this is just random Pokemon. I mean, this might be Karai, but the rest of them I think are just random. Ooh, okay. Some Greek mythology. Athena, Ares, and Zeus. All right. Throw a Hera in there. Can we get an Apollo? No, that's fine. It's fine. Some Felicities instead. Good enough. I think this was Catgirl AU, as in she was a kitten and then turned into a little human child. Oh, you can't draw that, baby June. You can't be doing all that. This is Winx Club. It's not even, I feel like this is, I'm trying to name the characters and I'm about to out myself as like not a real Winx Club fan. I think this is supposed to be Tecna, and I feel like someone's still missing. I might be wrong. Winx Club fans, correct me. Oh, Fleur! She's so cute! Oh boy, okay, so this... Felicity originally was supposed to be, like, Ben's gender bent, and she just kind of spiraled into her own character. But it's very cringe to me that she was his gender bent, because it was like the textbook... Like, if... The textbook what you shouldn't do with a gender bend, where Ben was like this big muscular man with short hair, and I decided to make his gender bend a really small tiny girl with long luscious hair, big old boobies. It's like the least inspired way to do a gender bend, so cringe that that's how we got that. That's the thing too, is because Callie and Cass were also gender bends, and that one's like so much worse. We got full-on gender-bent NuzRea team. Jenko! Like the dog? Like my dog? My freaking puppy? Got a Ben. Ben lounging on his throne. With some fuck shit perspective on that. Ooh, okay. So this was Chapter 2. I believe Chapter 2 was the Viola gym battle. Oh, Laura. Mwah, mwah. How much of it do we have here? I didn't realize how much of the pages I planned in Sketchbooks, but I guess that makes sense. I'd be at school just daydreaming about going home and being able to work on the comic, and then I'd go home and I wouldn't work on the comic. I'd just draw more OC ship shit instead. I don't even know how to put the words to it, but they're just like so of that era. Ooh, right back to comic planning. And we've stopped. I loved putting Lissy in different little outfits. I loved putting her in different outfits, but I feel something that I didn't realize until way later. Looking back on Lissy, I put her in a lot of outfits that, like, I wanted her to be in, but that it didn't really make sense for her to pick them herself. Something I try and keep in mind now more with my character designs. Ooh, some warrior cats. Okay, Tiger Star, Hawkfrost, Brambleclaw, Ravenpaw, Greypaw. What were these for? Were these just for fun, or was this for a map or something? Sorreltail, Mermaid AU. Love a good Mermaid AU. Ooh, okay, we got Rin and Daryl mystery dungeon characters right next to some Froklins. Let's go. I just kind of drew him looking like a man. That's not a frog, that's a dude. Aw, Shauna. She looks so cute. I liked Tierno just fine. I fucking hated Trevor, though. I don't remember what it is, but he pissed me the hell off. I hated that guy. He also almost killed my Sylveon in that last fight you do with him. Oh, you know what? It was that... his fucking Aerodactyl. He was, like, spamming the same move over and over, and it was, like, paralyzing me each turn. It was pissing me off! And I've held that grudge for my entire life. More trainer and starter swap. Tangled AU, because she had such long hair. Oh, there we go, my pirate characters. So this is Anya in her original form. ᴠᴜᵃ like really cute. I do fucks with these designs, actually. Lissy and Lily. Back in the day, before I started Nuzlocke, because I had them for a couple years before I started Nuzlocke, they were kind of like the Rin and Len sort of deal, where their relationship could have been anything. They could be sisters. They could be like a before and after of the same person after a traumatic event. They could be twins. And now they're just twins all the time. Well, actually, I'm not gonna say anything further on that. Ooh, pirate. Oh, Captain, my captain. She's kind of fun. Ooh, there's ᴠᴜᵃ, but like in full siren form. I think you could cut her little tentacle hair and it would just grow right back. I don't know if this was before or after Splatoon, because I think Splatoon, the very first game, came out while I was in high school, but I know that I didn't get into Splatoon until Splatoon 2. That's actually the reason that I bought a Switch in the first place. I'd mained dualies. I loved dualies. Ooh, more Book of Life. Book of Life AU. You know, Xibalba and ᴬᵝᵃ are like a fun couple, but I don't know if they're like a aspirational, like, let's put our characters into an AU of them sort of couple. Oh, hey, I did the whole book. Good job, baby June. All right, that was 7?
That was 8? That was 8?
Yeah, okay, so then this is Sketchbook 9. Ooh, okay, so this was planning, this is when it started turning from Flash comic books, or like flash clickable storybooks into actual comic pages. I had Flare fighting a Skitty just for an excuse to draw Skitty. I do be loving that cat. These drawings are actually more solid than I remembered or expected them to be. Right, I mean, I think it's just hard to get Flare wrong. She's just kind of adorable. Ooh, okay. And then this was planning for... I think this is like right before Dusk Noir and Grovile go back in time, or forward in time. The time tower thingy. I remember struggling so bad with making Dusk Noir emote. He got one ol' eye. Oh, Renning Daryl again. Got some lilies. That was me. I remember wearing this outfit. I wore that shit all the time. This is another guy. I don't remember his name at all. He was like a little boy fail that was on Anya's little pirate team crew. I said crew. Pirate crew. Ooh, okay, this was Into the Woods AU. So this is like Callie as Little Red, and then Felicity, what the fuck was her name? I want to say Tangled. That's not right. You know this princess. Long hair princess. Why don't I? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Can't be an old sketchbook tour without some Neopets in there. ᴬᵝᵒ was always my favorite. Specifically unconverted ᴬᵝᵒ. I always wanted one. And now it's technically possible if you pay for it. I mean, you could always pay to get one, but now you can do it in a way that's legal. But now it's not special, and I don't really care that much anymore. We got some Zero Escape here. This is mostly Luna from the second game, but I can see Dio from that fucking game. Fuck you. Fuck that guy. We've got a personality swap here. This is Lissy with Lily's personality, Lily with Ben's, and Ben with Lissy's. This looks ridiculous. That's silly. Ooh, some hand studies. Those aren't too bad. This is me and my friends dressed up as Book of Life. I think this was also personality swaps, but between the people in the ship. And then this couple just doesn't change at all because they're the same. More Zero Escape. These two are from the first game. This was from the second game. This complicated ass design you're seeing here, I had this memorized. Every Zero Escape game came with a booby lady, and I loved Lotus. It's kind of crazy to me that after all these years, there are still eraser shavings in here. They just like stuck it out. I guess where would they go? These are My Little Ponies as humans. So Fluttershy, Twilight, and Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is currently my favorite pony, because story time. I very, very, very recently, I thought I had straight hair. I do not. I have curly hair. So I have been like getting into a new hair care routine, and I went and I got a bunch of it cut because I didn't realize like how much of my hair was just like dead. So now I have like short curly hair, and I'm like thrilled about it, and I feel like I had a Pinkamena to Pinkie Pie moment. Ooh, this was from a short that I worked on. I was like paid by a company that made little animations for children. They had me make a film called The Nightlight Troll. It was not very long, maybe like 2-3 minutes. I wasn't allowed to post it to my channel. I know they posted it to theirs, but I think it's since been taken down. So this might be lost to media, which would make me very sad if it is, because I kind of want to watch it again. It was just a little troll. He had like a little orb that he kept that could be charged up by moonlight or sunlight or whatever. And he just had to go through his cave, a weird little cave, to take it outside and charge it up so he could have his nightlight again. Very simple little thing, but I enjoyed working on it. This must be from senior year then, because I think I did that. I finished that film like at the end of high school. Ooh. No, please. Ooh, okay, but there's some goodies at the end here. So yeah, this must have been my senior year of high school. So this is gonna be the last high school sketchbook. And I see these goodies that we have right here. These would have also been portfolio pieces so that I could apply to colleges. This is a bell with, I think, oil pastels. You're supposed to like show off work with different mediums, and I tried to learn oil pastels like specifically for college applications, and I don't think I ever touched them again. I kind of want to though. Maybe I should. Watercolor orchids. Watercolor was my favorite because I could just take it with me anywhere. It was so transportable. It was so travel friendly. This is a self-portrait in pencil. A little observational with a mirror. I think I remember this was my school hallway. Like, we just had benches out in the hallway, and I would get to school really early. I kind of sort of told my mom that school started way earlier than it did, because I didn't ever want to be late, so I lied. But I set up camp on one of these little school benches, and I brought a mirror from home, and I just drew myself. Watercolor with some watercolor pencils in here too, I think. This was our pond. Watercolor still life. Oil pastel apple. To this day, I really like drawing apples. Like painting apples. I don't know what it is about them. They just look very beautiful. Some pencil still life with some shoes. I do remember wearing these actually. They were like zebra print. This isn't half bad. That was pretty good actually. Is this a watercolor? I assume. It's kind of opaque. Dang. This is our pool. It's a watercolor drawing of Lissy and a castle with some fuck shit perspective. I was trying though, at least, and that's what's important. Oh, look! Anya and ᴠᴦᵃ colored. That's fun. Oh, she had a little mascot. I remember that. Oh, they're cute. And then some Lily. Did I submit these as part of my application? I might have. I don't remember which schools I got into. I only remember for sure that I got into SVA. They gave me a nice fat scholarship, and I didn't end up going. Sketchbook 10. This looks like coffee was spilled all over it. I know that this was college era. Yes, this is from this one and the next one are from the very brief time that I spent in college, which was around the time when I stopped using sketchbooks. So we're approaching like the end of an era, because obviously I picked sketchbooking back up in the last couple years. But yeah, I went to one semester of college before I decided that I fucking hated it and I dropped out. Okay, we've got, so I was much more into doing studies in this era of my life because I really wanted to get into Cal Arts. I was like, if I'm gonna go into student loan debt, I can at least go to the best school possible. So I was practicing so hard to try and make a Cal Arts sketchbook, and I did make a couple, but I never turned them in. And to this day, I kind of wonder, like, what if I applied now? Would I get in? Like, just for closure? Because I wouldn't go. I don't have the time for it. But sometimes I want to apply, just to see. But I think that would be, like, uncool, actually, to apply knowing I have no intention of going. I don't know. Oh, we got Sharpays. I love Sharpay. She is so fun to draw. Oh my god, I loved her. She's very, Dixie from Fox and the Hound 2. I love that movie. I love Fox and the Hound 2. This is my grandpa's house. I remember drawing this while conceptualizing the Trump World is Mine map, a video that is unfortunately still very relevant. How sad. Got some human Sharpay over here. Diva. Ooh, okay. Some comic planning again. Man, I was in college when I got to Sharpay. I was updating these comics so fucking slowly. I did them very suboptimally. Like, I wanted the shading to be really nice and painterly, so it just took fucking forever. Ill-advised to go about comics that way. Around the same time, in this, like, college era, I think is when I started Nuzlocke, and that was a lot easier to manage because it was, like, it was sketchy. You know, it was a very limited color palette. It was really sketchy. It was much more, like, realistic. Would have liked to have finished at least one of them, but fuck it, I guess. These are some observationals. These were observationals of my grandpa's funeral. That's what that was, because it was held at the back of his favorite bar. This is the first character for NuzRea that got boxed. I don't know if her human design ever actually got revealed. Sycamore and baby Froklin. Oh, the tadpole tail goes crazy. That's so cute. Got some figure drawings. I'm having a lot of fun with this cross-hatching, it looks like. I mean, it looks pretty good. I like it. These are some more observationals of my grandpa's house. Froklin and Felicity. I think this was when I started Nuzlocke, because this was the outfit that she got for that. I mean, where's her leg warmers? Give her leg warmers back. No, some more Froklin and Sycamore. Why was Sycamore not in Legend ZA? Why did they take that from me? Hand studies. Oh, Chihiro and I think her name is San. Spirited Away. and some of the other starters. These are Ryan's starters. Fleur page! Ah, cutie pie! I think this was everyone seeing Hibiscus's death. Oh yeah, because this was desperately trying to scale down the rock wall really quickly to get to her body, because Hebe's head, like, exploded. That Lunatone exploded her head, and she fell off the cliff face. It was fucked up. And I think I was trying to make Quilladin look a little bit cooler for Ryan's starter, but I don't think there's a whole lot you can do with Quilladin to make him look cool without making him look unrecognizable. You just gotta accept that they're dorky. You just have to let it happen. This was definitely for NuzRea. I don't know if this was like an extra or if this was actually in the main comic. But it was like a flashback to Ryan and Ray being friends. This is Nuzlocke. This was Lissy and her unofficial starter, Jeanette. I mean, Jeanette was just like her baby. Her starter was her baby, but like Jeanette took care of her. Oh, and then these, I think this is a ᴬᵒᵃᶦᵏ and a Celebi for fun. Oh boy. And then, at the beginning of this comic, we hadn't even caught Sharpay yet. This was when Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. And because Battle Bond Greninja was in the demo for that game, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a NuzRea sequel. So I planned that whole, I played through that game, blind Nuzlocked it again, wrote it all down, and I planned a sequel. For some fucking reason. Dude, finished the first comic. We have some Lily. More Zero Escape. Oh my god, my Margot characters. So these were like my very first ever Neopets. And these are what they look like today, because I still have them. I still play with them sometimes. I think these are the same OCs. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Ah, and then we've got like a timeline of this one specifically. That's kind of cute. That's cutie pie. She defurrified herself. That's crazy. Some observationals of, this was my first ever apartment, and this looks like a restaurant. I do not know who this guy is. I can see I'm trying to get used to alcohol markers, though. Ooh, this was a little exercise where you scribble on top, and then you draw what you think you can see from it on the bottom. What is this? No idea. Some heads. More Margot characters. This is the Zero Escape Titty Ladies. In every single game, they had a dedicated booby lady, and I drew the 3 of them a lot. There's more Zero Escape. The second game, Lagomorph. Lagomorph, I love you. Oh, these are my Mystery Dungeon characters dressed up as Lazy Town characters. I fucks heavy with that, like, mix of the How to Bake a Cake song, and I think it was Lil Jon. He was like, yeah! I had that song on my car, and I would bump it. Ooh, okay, these are Human Warriors designs. So this was Tiger Star, Bramble Claw. I stopped reading the books a long time ago. Tawny Pelt, Jay Feather, Hollyleaf. Context clues tell me this was going to be Lion Blaze. And then I had Leaf Pool and Squirrel Flight. I really liked Tiger Star, so I was like, I have to make him so fucking hot. So that was like entirely the thought process here. Got a Gray Stripe. He reminds me of someone, but I can't put my finger on it. This Scourge design is fucking crazy, actually. This is just straight up a Hot Topic twink. That's nuts. With a gun? Scourge and Tiger Star. That is a big man, my god. Scourge. I would design Human Scourge differently, I think. I would do a lot of those human designs differently. This looks like planning for some homework. Oh, my friend Farah drew this. Oh, this was... When I moved to Colorado, I just happened to move, like, within driving distance of my friend Farah. So we had a little thing. We liked to go get omelets for breakfast together. And there was some morning where I showed up at the omelet place, and Farah wasn't there. And I was spamming their Discord, and I think I started sending, like, the B-movie script broken up into a bunch of different messages. They were asleep. I had to wake them up with the B-movie. This looks like a negative space assignment. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. It's fun. That works. Oh, I like this one. This one is a girl but a flower. And this one is a girl but a tree. Really appreciate the negative... the the negative space ass cheek. Thanks. Now, what is this? Was this an accident or was this intentional? Much to consider. Ah, yes. A whole page dedicated to some extremely basic math. Love it. Oh, this was my starter for hypothetical NuzRea sequel. I remember her name was Temperate, and we called her Temper. That was her nickname. The whole time I just had Greninja with me. He was on the team, but I don't think I pulled him out to battle, like, ever, because that would have been cheating, basically. So I had, like, 5 Pokemon that I used. I think when they caught up to Battle Bond Greninja, I probably started using him. I remember my final team for that being very, like, very pretty. They were all, like, pink, blue, and purple. Okay, so these are some of my team members. I'm vaguely remembering this character. This is my Ribone Bee. I know she died. I do not remember how. I think right after she died is when I caught the Mischievous, and I was like, ooh, it's just her, but her ghost now, but she doesn't realize that she's a ghost or something. I don't remember exactly what. I remember I'm super endeared to Mischievous and Miss Magius because of her, though. Oh, Fleur cameo. I do not remember this guy, but I like the way I drew him. He has got fun shapes. This was my Lycanroc. I named him after my actual dog, so his name was Jenko. And I remember he died right before the Elite Four to How. It was his fucking, his Alolan Raichu used Flash Cannon and just decimated him. And the actual Jenko, my real dog, was just taking a nap in my lap when that happened, and I just, like, burst into tears thinking about anything bad happening to my actual dog. I like this guy's design. He's fun. He's got good shapes. I don't think I like this human design for him, though. That's not my favorite. I do not remember very much about this run. I had a Meowth named Junpei. I'm sure he died at some point. I know he made it to Persian. He died at some point, but I just gave him Junpei's jacket from the 3rd Zero Escape game because that's his namesake. We've got Lily and some Ledian. I like this guy. And then Panty Shot for some reason. I don't even know who this is. Oh, my Vulpix. I think her name was Asphodel. Some fire art, some old fire art. Aww. Look at this Brooklyn. Rotund. Yeah, before death and after death. Please don't be the end. I actually just caught a glimpse of a little bit more. Okay, so there's some stuff in the back here. Ooh, okay. This looks like it was planning for the moment right before the Elite Four in NuzRea. I really tried to make, like, a Greninja kissing scene work. I tried so many times. It doesn't work. Let it go. That was 10 sketchbooks. This one is 11. This is our last sketchbook. After this, we have all of these notebooks to go through. But they'll probably go pretty quick because, again, a lot of them are, like, school notes that I just drew in the margins of. Let's see. Oh, drawings with friends. I see Sam. I see Sam art. Ooh, so at this point, I had taken all of because I changed the characters in my version of the Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time so much that I had, like, OCFI'd them. So in this sketchbook, I think I, like, just went through with it and I tried making a different, like, original story for them where they were all humans the entire time. So this is what my Dusk Noir turned into. His name was Drobemeyer. Got some Rin and Daryl, my lovely girl. I remember drawing this specifically because this was the very first time and only time that I was summoned for jury duty. And I remember sitting there, like, you don't go straight to the jury stand. You have to, like, get an interview to see if you'd even be, like, a good candidate to be on the jury. I don't know. But I was just sitting around waiting forever, and I fell asleep while writing this sentence, so I fucked it all up. Like, actively while I was writing it, I dozed off. Oh, this is what I turned Celebi into, and I gave her some other, like, magical, otherworldly friends. Rin! My special lady. This looks like Sam art. That's what this looks like. Who are these characters? Also, why? We've got some more Rins. Got Temperate and Janko. See, this was the first time I used the term interlocked. It was gonna be for the sequel. Yeah, see, Sam art right there. That's a cute little Litten.
Junko and Fleur.
Oh, it's over here. I think I was iterating on Fleur's second stage design for her Floette design. And I'm not sure I ever landed on one that I like really liked. I feel like I kept changing it. More Samvor. What is happening? And hypothetical Fleur is a Florges, which never happened, but would have been cute.
We've got some Madoka, my Sylveon.
We're planning for some comic pages. Okay, so this was like right after you get your second starter in Lumio City. Where the hell did I get off planning a sequel? Dude, draw the fucking comic. More page planning. What is on this side? I don't know who drew in pencil on this side. I'm almost positive I did draw this pig, and I'm sure it was a demonstration because there's a little song for it. I'm gonna do it again. It was little circle, big circle, little circle, big circle, triangle, triangle, big circle, W, W, E, E, E. Oh, I've got some more interlocked and also just regular Froklin. I don't know what this is, but I like it. I like the effect. Lots of hatching. Battlevand Froklin. He had his tongue like tied up in a bow, because what else would represent me? And he got little freckles. That is just a man. Oh my god. He's got some big legs. Yes, okay, I remember doing these in college. This was a picture from my phone of like a theme park line. This was my second apartment ever, and this was my friend Farah. And Laura Halloween costume. Art from my friend Farah. Got some Hebe and Froklin. Ooh, oh, okay, I remember these. So I would get really bored in class, and I'd go on Twitter and I'd be like, guys, send me XYZ thing and I'll draw it. So this looks like I was asking people to just send me characters, and I was getting personas, I think. And I remember a lot of these. Like mostly Warrior Cats people. It's weird how long ago that was. Ooh, we've got some Lissies. We've got Lissie with Jeanette and Bee. I remember really liking this drawing. I was very happy with it. This looks like a Pokemon-themed request batch. We're using some colored pencils. Okay, some variety. Okay. Right back to the alcohol markers. This was from a YouTube room tour, and I remember, like, everything was going well, and then I drew the girl, and it makes it look like this thing is fucking massive. I drew her really tiny on accident. She should have been a lot larger. More studies. This was, I think, my English teacher? Professor? You call them professors in college? I don't know, I only went for like a month. I went for a little more than a month. I went for a semester. Oh, this is who used to be the Sunflora and the Kirlia that I added into the game for her. This was for a map part. It was, what was the song? It was for Electric Angel, and all the characters were supposed to be drawn as Vocaloids, so that was fun. Some Temper and Froklin. I remember soft resetting this game for ages to get a girl Poplio, and that fucking opening, because that game's like notorious for having a really long, unskippable opening that you'd have to go through every single time you wanted to reset for a starter. I remember I had a friend who wouldn't play the game. They were soft resetting for a shiny Litten, and it took them an entire year before they were able to play until they got their fucking Litten. It was crazy. So this is Fleur as Harley Quinn. This is definitely Halloween time. I'm drawing all these characters in like costumes. This was Loudred. I don't remember what I changed his name to. This was Krogunk. Don't remember. Oh, I changed his name to Corduroy. Looks like I was just planning everyone's Halloween costumes here. Very cute. I don't know if I had a Sarina on my team. Did I just like the design? I don't know. If I had one, she died. More studies. Ooh. Oh, okay, we've still got some to go. Some Voltron. I don't think I ever watched past season 1, but I was into it for a little bit. Ooh, okay, we got some dramatic bends here. Oh my, the low rise. What is the point of wearing clothes if you're gonna wear them like this, dude? Oh my god, his body ratio here is insane. I like the battle bond, one of the glasses like becoming opaque to be like his monocle or to signify, I don't know. some Temper and Froklin again. Do not remember what these characters were for. I think I was trying to like come up with short film ideas so I could keep making some, and I just couldn't figure him out. More temper. This looks like a soul bond Nuzlocke that I did with a friend of like a... It wasn't like a real game. It was like, it was a fan-made game set in like a post-apocalypse setting, which is why I had an eye patch over there. This, comic planning, and then this was an assignment where we were just testing out different compositions for a still life. Sorry, I was reading this to see if it was important. And that's the last one! That's the last sketchbook. Okay, so now we start with the notebooks. I believe the first few of these were me trying to write the whole outline for the story. Sure are. I'm not sure how much art is going to be in these, because I was definitely mostly like figuring out the script, the order of events. I would end up like drawing in the margins to make extra notes, but I'm gonna roll fast. Just show me if there's any art, please. So I had like so many teams that I was keeping track of. Ugh. Is this one just text? Not Laura evolves. What was this? Ooh, this was a fight against Ryan, a rival battle. Not gonna lie, I forgot that you have an actual rival in that game that I put him in the place of. Froklin evolve. What was that for? Also versus Ryan. Oh, it was right before Ramos's gym, where Laura wrecked shit. I think she soloed. Aww. So there's a little bit of art on this page. It looks like Pokemon from the PC were like sending letters to each other. Junko drew this one herself. I loved Junko very much. One of her big like arcs was she had like abandonment issues, so she really liked being on a team, but she like wanted to express herself properly. So when she saw Froklin talking, she was like, well, I want to learn to talk too. But she didn't like ask him to teach her. She was very set on teaching herself, and Froklin respected that. I think that's why he was like, oh, okay, you're cool. Like, thanks for not treating me like a circus act. Also, good luck on your endeavors. And she did end up she ended up being able to speak by the end of the comic, like kind of broken sentences, a little Scooby-Doo-esque, but I thought it was cute. And even though I wrote it myself, I was proud of her. Sir. That can't be it. Well, one drawing in the whole thing, but I filled the entire notebook with plot. Looks like we made it all the way to the 7th gym in this one. I know this one is also... This one's got a lot more drawings in it. This one, I was writing so much that I was like doubling up in all of the little lines, which is crazy. I don't think this is a continuation of the last one, though. I think this is another draft. I did that a bunch. I just made a whole bunch of drafts. So yeah, this one starts from the 5th gym. Or, no? No, we're just kind of giving an overview over here. Shit's already scripted because I already did it. Aww. Oh, little babies. Sycamore's lab already mostly scripted. Is this an earlier draft? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure which one I made for... I wish I dated anything back in this era of my life. Oh, why are all of the pages falling out? This is so sad. This looks like ancient texts. It looks like I like excavated this. I'm a little architect, and I'm getting my fossil. Ooh, Hibiscus's death? Okay. Didn't like this drawing of Ben, I guess. Fuck Frogadier. Ooh, okay, so I definitely made this draft then while it was still storybook. Or like a flash little like click-through format. Because I remember I had a couple panels in there where there were like hidden things that you can click and it would show you like an alternate version of that scene, either where like they said something a little funny or I just drew them as a Gijinka instead of just as a Pokemon. That was fun. It's so sad that those just like can't be experienced anymore since Flash just doesn't work the same way. That is also lost media then. That, aw. Boo! This was catching Junko and Madoka. And Madoka and Froklin immediately not getting along. Their whole thing was that they were too similar. Even though like Madoka was outwardly very friendly and Ben was not, they're still like internally they were very similar, and they also held a lot of self-content. So meeting a bitch and going like, wait a minute, you're like me, but I hate me, so I fucking hate you, bitch. Oh my god, I was writing so small. And if I remember correctly, this one is also completely full and didn't cover the entire story. Aw, Laura. Laura. Look at her evolving. Evolving before Fleur died. Oh, so then this was when Fleur died then, because this is Carter Morning. I remember after the third gym, that was one of the contests I had planned. With these contests, I was also like planning on animating like the big performance at the end for each. I had like 3 different ones in mind. I had like an original song made for one of them. Got way ahead of myself, but man, I was terribly ambitious with this. But in the contest that happened after Fleur's death, that got raided by Team Flare partway through it, and I think we didn't even know it was Team Flare. They were like in disguise, but they absolutely raided it. And ᴬᵒᵏ got killed because whatever happens to one twin happens to the other. If one twin's girlfriend dies, the other one's boyfriend's gotta go. So yeah, see, this is ᴬᵒᵏ being dead. Both twins just sad twins. I had a bunch of animations planned for this too. Like for most character deaths, I had an animation planned to go up alongside it. That was something else that like a lot of people in the Nuzlocke community did. If it was a special chapter, they'd make a little animatic or something. Hibiscus didn't have one, but like every other character death, I guess Crowley didn't, but everyone else did, including Froklin, because he didn't die. But in that big battle against Lysander, like one of the very last moves was he got hit with a critical hit, but he stopped at 1 HP, and it was like that he held out because he loves you thing. And I was like, Froklin being who he is, I have to capitalize on that. So in the comic, I was gonna kill him. I was gonna have that kill him, and then Xerneas would be like, oh, but you guys did such a good thing, so here's your reward. I will return your frog to you. But I remember for Carter and Clara, it was this, like, I think it might have been a Deadmau5 song. It was a remix of the song Raise Your Weapon. I thought it was the hardest thing I ever heard. Because I remember that Carter died to ᴂᴜᴜᴜᴜᴜ. And Clara was like in the building, but not in the room, and she sensed it like instantly. Like she felt like a pit in her stomach, like something's wrong, ran off to find him and like found him on the ground, like fading fast. And it was in Meowstic's lore that like, or at least in Esper's, one of them, that like if they opened their ears too recklessly, that it would like decimate their surroundings. And she killed people. Like she, like not just Pokemon, she did not just kill that Malamar, she killed Team Flare members. She went ballistic. And I had that whole thing planned out, and I loved to listen to that song and daydream about getting to that point in the story. I thought it was gonna be so fucking awesome. And then they died at the exact same moment, holding each other's hands. Twins! I remember Carter and ᴬᵒᵏ slowly becoming friends was something else I was very excited about. They were little bros. Fuck you, Trevor. Here's QB, who was Madoka's love interest. I remember his whole thing was that he was supposed to be an Umbreon, or at least like in the lore, he was supposed to be an Umbreon, but his trainer accidentally loved him too much, so he turned into a Sylveon instead, and he was like, no, I'm too cool to be pink. So he tried to like way overcompensate with the chain and the jewelry and the backwards hat. It was dumb. I said with affection. See, that's Vincent showing up on the scene. There's a lot more drawings in this one, thank goodness. There's Madoka and Callie being best friends. I think that was something that Madoka kind of did out of spite in the first place, like because Callie clearly like pissed ᴬᵒᵏ off. She was like, well, I'll go be your friend then. But they did like genuinely become best friends. But like Madoka was a spiteful bitch, and I loved her. Ooh, this was on the way to the fairy type gym. Because I remember this was the marsh where technically you could run into Stunfisk. Ugh. Evil creature. People ask me like, what's the deal with Stunfisk? I just hate it. I just hate it. I don't remember what started it. It's been such a long ingrained thing in me that I just fucking hate that guy. Oh, that's when Callie evolved out of spite. Oh, that's probably... Yeah, we're the same age. That's when they had that whole conversation. Your height isn't the issue, but it certainly doesn't help. Even if you were bigger, you'd still act immature like a kid. So yes, kid, have fun at your concert. Or contest. He was mean. He was not kind. Anyone who feels so inclined could anyone who was real dedicated could probably sit and try and read through all this. I'm not going through that. How far does this one make it to? This? Oh, this was... I remember this was like ᴬᵒᵏ's like, I need to change moment, where he was completely by himself and he's like, I can't keep doing this. His recognizing his self-sabotage moment. Where exactly was that in the story? I think this was like... right before the whole Team Flare climax kicked off. Well, that's that notebook. So second notebook down. I think this one is the last planning notebook. Yeah, so this was just the deaths that I was planning for, specifically the Team Flare event. And I was like, I didn't want just just Pokemon on my team to die. I wanted Pokemon on everyone's team to die. So I planned it. I planned it to be a bloodbath. What is this? Just like a brief overview of the Team Flare event. Yeah. New script notebook time. To recap. I think this is just a straight up continuation. Yeah, so this picks up from where the last one left off. I remember this moment. Madoka, it was a big thing for her that she never swore, so this was supposed to be like, whoa, she's so mad that she said a bad word. Even dick's not a swear word though, but like, it's uncouth. Oh, this was Madoka's backstory. It was written on a different page in one of the sketchbooks earlier, but for Madoka, I imagined her backstory entirely to be that song Fancy by Reba McEntire. Where she and her mom were on the streets, and her mom's like, I'm gonna get you adopted by some rich people. It'll be okay. And then her mom disappeared, presumably died on the streets. Yeah, this is when ᴬᵒᵏ started finally making friends with everyone. Oh, Laura's so big. Look at Junko, she's so cute. Wah! She's so cute. So yeah, this is the Snow City. Were there 2 Snow Cities? Because there was one up north, right, where you could ride on the Mamoswine. And then there was the one that was more like bottom right, where the 8th gym was? Or am I insane? I don't rightly know. And I can't check my phone to be sure because I'm filming with it. And Junko is so cute. Junko is my weakness. Yes, she is. Oh. Well, wherever it is. Ice area. Everyone ice skating. Oh, how adorable. Oh, no, there's the ᴬᵐᵃ in question. Man, I don't remember what Kalos looks like. That's fucked up, actually. Ooh, this was the psychic type gym. I remember, so you couldn't actually get ᴬᵝ until after you beat the Elite Four. So this was just something that I did for comic purposes, but Junko was going to almost die at this gym, and then she was gonna mega evolve, and it was gonna be the first time that ever happened, and it's like, wow, Junko, you deserve this. She's so cute. Oh my god. Oh, and that was her first word. She managed to say her trainer's name. Very cute. She worked so hard to do that. Because I had it that, in Pokemon and Me, it kind of sounded like ᴬᵝ would go, Mara. So I had her saying Mara a bunch. And because Re was so close to Ra, I'm like, that's perfect first word. That's perfect. That's so achievable for her. Oh, and then this is where the Team Flare stuff kicks off. Ooh, boy. Oh! I stopped there? That's fucked up. That's fucked. Ugh. Well, after the Team Flare event, that was where the last deaths happened. Going through the Elite Four and everything was pretty much a breeze. No more deaths. It was good happy ending from there. All right, next sketchbook. I don't think we have any more planning ones. I think all of the rest of these are either going to be like I drew in them, or I drew in the margins of school stuff. Oh. This was planning for chapter 1. This was before I decided to make it a Flash thing, because it's in like a comic format. Ooh, okay, early Madoka design. The blunt cut is an interesting choice for her Eevee, but that's fine. Alphonse is a hypothetical character. I just liked the idea of him, but I did not catch a hone edge. Well, these are those Neopets characters. Oh, Froklin and Madoka. Was this from chapter 2? I don't know why I'm falling. We've got some lip sync practice with a Vulpix. Ooh. Oh, I remember when Greninja's design got revealed. I wasn't sure that I liked it. So I tried playing with, because I didn't like the tongue scarf. Now it's iconic, you know, I can't imagine him without it. But I tried to give him a design where he put his tongue in his mouth, and it didn't work out. Ooh, these look like really early Froklins. These, I don't know if you guys realized. I should have said it, but all of these sketchbooks will be back in high school, so we've gone back in time. But I was having such a hard time with the Greninja body. Oh, there he is. I also did that with, like, what I mentioned earlier with Felicity, where I was putting her in outfits that I wanted to see her in and not necessarily outfits I thought that she would wear. That's exactly what this fucking Greninja design is. Also, oh my god, my calves used to be so fucking big! Why bother wearing clothes? Why bother? He looks, oh my god, he was only 23? That's a baby. That's a freaking baby. Oh, we got some Karais here. I was trying to make a Delphox design that I liked. Delphox is one of those designs where it's like, I like drawing it more than I like looking at the 3D model. Oh, they're beefing. Always beefing. Ooh, okay, this really is early on, because, oh my god. Because I was big on trying to, like, fix Pokemon designs, so I, like, Floette usually has a stem, and I gave her legs. I was trying to, like, Celebiify her for some reason. I'm glad it didn't stick, though. But, oh my god, baby looks like a bee. This must be Madoka's mom. Early flirt. She's little. I love her. I miss her. And then there's Carter. There's early Carter. Anime boyfriend. And there's Ryan. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I forgot. So with Callie as a Greninja, I tried making her tongue more like a necklace than straight up a scarf. But also, I did that really annoying thing where it's like, female design. Suddenly they're very curvy. Even as a Frogadier, oh my god. Chill. And it's fine for the human form. A little smooch action. I don't know what it is, but looking at my old art of any characters kissing makes me feel like so viscerally uncomfortable. Ooh, it's an old Clara design. Interesting choice. Fleur still got her legs. And here's a little team moment, but it's a little strange because you two were not here at the same time. Who could say what was on my mind? I think with all of these, I was drawing from memory. Like, I wasn't able to look up references in class, I don't think. Oh my god, Clara's face here. You look so sinister. A different Callie Greninja design. Let's focus on this one on the bottom. See, this one's more fun. Just always beefing. Aww. What did I call him earlier? Flirter? Yeah, cute. Cutie pies. And the twins. Oh, she's a bee! I can't get over it. Oh my god. And she's like so Maho Shoujo here. You go, Fleur. I was really trying to make those legs work. Oh, this was like planning for Carter and Clara's introduction. This wasn't planning the page because the actual page took many more years to come out, I think. But I think it went basically exactly like this. Het slop. Het fucking slop. Oh, and Clara sadly dancing. That was her whole thing. Carter was a singer and she was a dancer. Ooh, this was to a Michael Bublé song. This is cute. It's Cutie Pie. She's like doing a little shimmy. Holy crap, a full notebook? That's crazy. That was just a sketchbook. All right, we've gone through 15 books so far. This makes 16, and we have 5 more spiral notebooks to go. Trying to make Greninja without a tongue work again. And we got Junko. The hypothetical Callie Frogadier design with the little heart noses, but she just skipped straight past Frogadier. She went straight to this. Oh my god. I couldn't draw Greninja. I absolutely could not do it. I don't remember this. I guess Cube came close to dying, but didn't. Oh, Junko and her girlfriend. And there's that scene again where she mega evolves. Proud of her. It was like a whole thing where Junko, right before we went to the Elite Four, she used her limited English to talk to Ray and be like, can we go back to where you found Fleur? Because we had it was like part of Fleur's backstory that she came from an abusive mom and then she had a bunch of little sisters that she thought about all the time, but she's like, well, I made my choice and I guess I abandoned them. That sucked, but I needed to get the fuck out of there. So, since we were near the gardens, you have to kind of go back through that area to get to the Elite Four. Junko had a little side quest where she found Fleur's mom, beat the shit out of her, and then adopted all of Fleur's little sisters. She and her girlfriend ended up with a whole little flower field. Oh my, this is like Ponytail Laura again. Oh my goodness. Was I 16 when I drew this, or was I just making my character 16? This was sophomore year of high school for me. I mean, this was almost a decade ago. This was about a decade ago. And I am turning 27 this year? 28? Next month. My birthday's next month. May 17th, what up? We got a little height chart here. What was with me and giving Greninja hip dips? What was my damage? Why did I want them so badly? Well, and here's planning out that scene of Callie spite evolving. Shwana. I think I digitized this for a Pokemon 30-day challenge. Ooh, okay, some notes. More outline notes. I spent so much time refining the story and never actually drawing the comic. Imagine how far I could have gotten if I actually fucking drew it. Okay. I lost count again. I'm over counting. I'm over it. We got Ryan's team over here. Madoka. I do not know who that is. Clara and Fornicus. I put love triangle not really because Vincent was into her, but also she never got over Fornicus, so he's like, all right, I lose. I can accept it. Oh, her hiding in her little flower is so cute. She goes bang, and she shot me. Shot me through my heart because I love her. Junko, my goat. Her and Ben being best friends. Ugh, that one's done. That one, once again, was just kind of treated like a sketchbook. But this one, I can already see, starts with Spanish notes. I hated Spanish class. I had to take 3 years of it. And I remember during my second year of Spanish, my parents forced me to get my very first job over spring break. I was a costume character at Six Flags. I was the only one who was short enough to be Tweety Bird. And I had to quit after like 2 weeks because people are not kind to Tweety Bird, and the staff at Six Flags will do absolutely fuck all about it. But I think that like whole experience was so like insane that spring break ended, I came back to school, and I'd like forgotten everything I knew about Spanish. So the next year and a half of taking Spanish classes, I was like so lost and confused the entire time. And I like bullshit my way into still having like a B average. I was an AB student, but holy crap, I don't know how I did that. A Felicity. So much Spanish. Ooh, I don't think anyone had, what's this one called? Pidget. I don't think I had one, but I always liked their design. And I like how this drawing turned out. Ooh, okay, funny perspective. This Fleur is so cute. Holy crap. Oh my god, it's so early too, though. She's wearing her button as a necklace instead of a hat. She's so cute. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. There she is again. I don't know who that was gonna be, but there's Fleur. I can see her. Anything else? Anything else? Please, anything else? Okay, so this is suddenly notes for a completely different class. And we're out. We're done. 3 notebooks left. Starting off with, I think this was supposed to be Callie and Frokeland's daughter. I think her name was Nikki. I don't remember what's happening here, or here, or here. Oop, we got another Galade over here. No idea what he was for. He certainly wasn't in NuzRea. Some sort of oh, I think this is probably Vampire AU. Yeah, showing them in like different eras together, different fashion eras. Put that butterfly in a bow tie. Sorry, that's not a bow tie. That's a tie. I'm sorry. OC shenanigans. It's probably inspired by like role plays with them. Oh my god, I used to role play with them all the time. Well, I didn't get nothing done on that freaking comic. I was role playing too much. There's some Callies. This was this was my human design for Chimeco in Explorers of Sky, or Explorers of Time. Same thing, same diff, whatever, but as a centaur. That's fun. Colonist. This looks like Hamilton shit, but this would have been a couple years before Hamilton came out. Got some Lissy. See, like, I look at this face now, and I go like, ooh, that's kind of proportion crazy. That's kind of fucked up looking. But if I seem to have been aware of it in the moment as well. Fuck. Dude, you were using pencil. Erase it. Start over. This is like a collab. I remember I drew the sketch, and then my friend did the line art and the coloring. I really enjoyed that back in high school with that friend in particular. I loved, like, collaborating on the same piece. Felicity Mermaid AU. I really loved this sketch too. I was so proud of that one. More Lissies. I think that's Lissy and Callie. Let's go, lesbians. This was me and my friends as mermaids. Okay, Corpus Swirlix. This looks like I probably went to like a random Pokemon generator and I was just designing character designs from that. Ooh, I like the giraffe rig. Sorry, I was distracted by how sauceless this Lugia is. There's nothing happening here. Giraffe rig mogging everyone. The Dene's a little cute. Oh, I love this design, actually. This looks so familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. I think this is not an effective Baneri design. This just does not look like Baneri at all. Doesn't read. We got some team nap together, lounging time. We got Schwanna's team, and then Rin from Mystery Dungeon. Because I just love skitties. I just love skitty. This was Tierno's team. And fuck you, Trevor. Didn't even try. There's another fucking zombie AU. God damn it. Just chain him to the wall and wait for him to calm down. It'll be fine. This would have been Callie and that zombie apocalypse AU. Still zombie? Yeah. I don't even know. Zombie apocalypse AU Lissy. The Walking Dead had a chokehold on me. Can you tell? And then I wasn't allowed to watch it past season 2. And now all these years later, it's got that same chokehold on me. I love Negan.
I didn't even know Negan existed back then. I didn't know I was missing out on Peak.
That's that one. Oh, I thought more of these would be like margin drawings, but I was just straight up using them as sketchbooks. Those AI artists who are like, oh, the barrier to getting into art is so high. That's why I just need to use AI for it instead. Use a fucking spiral notebook. You can draw. I know you can. More Spanish notes. Fuck you. Ooh, some vent art? What was I upset about? I wonder. Ooh, whoa. Okay, Frogan looking kind of crazy over here. What is that waist so snatched for? ᴬᵦᵜ? Horror. Well, this was conceptualizing what Hibiscus's introduction would look like. And once again, like, this wasn't the sketch for the actual page, but this is pretty much exactly how it went when I did get to that page.
Got Madokas.
This hairstyle's a little bit better than that first one. The blunt cut. I'm so confused by the blunt cut. Ooh, there she is with lyrics to Fancy.
Got Carter and Clara.
Was Clara just looking like really intimidating a thing early on? Or Fleur's death? Fleur's death before I gave her stem back. Oh, see, there we go again. There's the trying to make the Greninja kiss work, and it just wouldn't work. Also, this like not committing to the tongue scarf thing, I don't like it. It's not looking good. Accept your reality. They have a tongue scarf. You have to live with it. There's a little bit more to this one. Aw, Fleur death. Sad. Big sad. I had it that like Halucha like punched her just like clean through her middle. Like hand came out the other side, just clean through. Ah! Why?
And Clara and Fornicus,
Because that was her little boyfriend who died right after Fleur did. The twins together. I think this was like Fleur came to Carter in a dream because he was like giving up on life, and she's like, "You can't do that. Take your time. I've got all the time in the world. I can wait." Okay, and then last spiral notebook, but this one's kind of big. Let's see how much got filled. Economy notes right off the bat. Yep, we're gonna be in the margins for this one, boys. Oh, there we go. Fleur with her stem. We're planning out her treasures. Oh, these Laura's. Holy crap. I remember this one very vivid. I was so proud of this one. This was one of my very first Instagram posts ever. Back then when I was so about like Instagram filters. Oh my God, I filtered the fuck out of everything and it was really obvious and really obnoxious. Some Delphox. This is my economy notes. So this would have been senior year. I don't remember like anything from my government and econ class, but I remember like the last day of school, our teacher was like, okay, I'm just gonna start teaching you guys about things that actually matter. So he was telling us stuff like make sure that you use your credit card, even if you're just buying a pizza every now and then with it, so that you can be building your credit score. I think he told us something about insurance that I promptly forgot about. But the thing that he taught us that I remember for sure to this day was how to use a French press to make the best coffee. This is such a cute Laura. Oh my God, baby. It's like all notes. Holy Christ. But we've got a fox here. It's got like polka dots in its ears, which makes me think it's some specific fox, but I have no memory of it. No recollection. Not the charting types of inflation. That's crazy. Okay, we've got like Vincent and Lily probably in Halloween costumes, I would assume. Ooh. Government notes with some little funky little lesbians on the front. Why did I fold these pages over? It's not like there's anything weird on them. Oh, there's like no art in this. How lame. Oh, no. There's no way. Okay, no, there's still... Well, like this entire section appears to be empty. You got a big ass fucking spiral notebook and hardly used it. What was my problem? Oh, we've got Hibiscus Laura, little bitty Fleur. This is a man. This is a man who somewhat resembles a Greninja. This is not a frog. We've got Sharpay. There's like weirdly little Sharpay in all of these. Give me more of my girl. I miss her. Don't be the end. Please don't be the end. No! Nothing else? Okay, something else. What did I spill on this? Oh God, it's Spanish. Aww. Well, that brings us to the end then. We've gone through all of my NuzRea era sketchbooks. I certainly still have other old sketchbooks that you guys haven't seen. I don't know if I could really bring a theme about on them further than this. I mean, I could probably do like my old CalArt sketchbooks attempts, but Those are less like super childhood art and more like early adult art. But like so early adult that like I kind of still feel like that's anything before 25 is like baby to me at this point. I'm 27, right? I don't know. We're gonna be 30 soon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Had fun going down memory lane with you all. I hope you're having a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.
Hey gang, it's Patrick. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much again for watching. We really appreciate that you guys seem to like these really old sketchbook tours. They're super fun to go through and really easy to edit. If you'd like to support the making of more videos like these, and our more ambitious endeavors, you can check out our Patreon. $2 a month gets you access to everything we post, and $5 a month gives you access to our newly revamped Prism Game Development tier. We'll be showing off sneak peeks that are as spoiler-free as possible of the development process of our demo. This used to be our streaming tier, but given that June is more likely to leak than an AO3 fanfic, we had to shift gears. And $10 a month gets your name at the end of our videos just like this. Thank you so much to everyone in any tier. You all truly make such a difference for us and our ability to keep making the things we want to make. Hope you're all having a great day and we'll see you later. Bye!